1MDB has sparked embezzlement and money laundering investigations across
one of the
at least
biggest
10
corruption
countries.
scandals the world has ever seen.
What may be the biggest financial scam in history.
A number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Follow us as we bring you into the courtroom where the biggest financial scandal in Malaysian history is being heard. By the Malaysian Insight, this is the Najib Razak 1MDB trial, and I'm Patrick Teo. A letter from the Dewan Rakyat speaker saved Najib Razak from having to endure an entire day of trial today. Yesterday, Najib's lawyer requested that proceedings be adjourned early today to allow Najib to attend Parliament. Defence counsel Shafee Abdullah told Judge Colin that preventing an MP from going to attend to his duty can be subject to contempt of Parliament. Judge Colin retorted by saying, quote, "Are you saying I will be held in contempt of Parliament if I don't allow this?" unquote, and dismissed the application. But alas, a letter from newly minted Speaker Azahar Harun saved the day, and Najib will make it in time to speak in Parliament. Proceedings began today with Defence Counsel Wan Izzuddin Wan Mohammed cross-examining Shahrul Haumi about an agreement between 1MDB Energy and ABA. The agreement was to grant ABA the option to purchase 49% of shares in 1MDB Energy. Wan Izzuddin pointed out that there were no board meetings on this matter, nor was it stated in any director's circular resolutions that the board had given the authority to enter into the option agreement with ABA. Shahrul disagreed. He said the board had given him any and all power to do whatever it took to secure the investment. The lawyer also observed that nowhere in the option agreement was it mentioned that ABA was a subsidiary of Abu Dhabi's International Petroleum Investment Company, or IPIC. Shahrul agreed. At the time, 1MDB thought it was entering into an agreement with ABA Investments PJS, a subsidiary of IPIC. But in reality, it entered into an agreement with ABA BVI, a company controlled by Joe Low. ABA BVI was an offshore company incorporated in the British Virgin Islands and a recipient of $1.6 billion of 1MDB's money. Joe Low has been one of the central figures in the 1MDB saga. However, his name was kept out of documents. Why is that? Wan Izzuddin asked Shahrul. "Joe told me to keep his name out of things," Shahrul answered. His involvement in the Terengganu Investment Authority had angered certain politicians, and so when they moved to the 1MDB model, Joe Low told me to keep his name out of the documents and so on. "This means you acted in the interest of Joe Low and not 1MDB. Your fiduciary duty was for the company and not Joe Low," the lawyer stated. "I felt he was acting in the interest of Najib and the company," Shahrul said. "Therefore, I didn't question him, and I took it in good faith that he was working on behalf of the best interest of Najib and the country." The lawyer then once again accused Shahrul of being complicit in defrauding 1MDB and played ball with Joe because he was promised remuneration. Shahrul disagreed. The lawyer kept on accusing Shahrul for being complicit in embezzling 1MDB's funds and for colluding with the likes of Joe, Goldman banker Tim Leisner, and 1MDB's general counsel Jasmine Liu. Each time, Shahrul vehemently disagreed with the lawyer. Before proceedings ended for the day, Wan Izzuddin asked Shahrul about his 18 months bonus when he was CEO of 1MDB in 2012. The 1MDB board had rated Shahrul's performance as exemplary and gave him a 15-month bonus and an additional 3 months on top of that. Sharul told the court that his salary at the time was 90,000 ringgit per month, and he received a salary increment of 10%, which bumped his salary up to 99,000 ringgit. Judge Colin intervened here and asked Wan Izzuddin what was the relevance of his line of questioning. The lawyer said that the bonus, totaling up to 1.62 million ringgit, showed that the board still gave him a bonus despite Sharul's mistakes. I put it to you that despite all your negligence and oversight, you were still commissioned your bonus and a pay increase. There were omissions, negligence, and shortcomings in your tenure as the CEO, the lawyer said. I disagree, Sharul replied. It was the board's decision to give me a bonus. I had nothing to do with it. At 3:15 p.m., the judge allowed proceedings to be adjourned. The trial will continue tomorrow. This podcast was brought to you by the Malaysian Insight. It is produced, written, and mixed by Revati Supramaniam, with additional reporting by Beat Hong. I'm Patrick Teo.